Our system of local government tends to put the poor people with the highest levels of social needs into places that have fiscal resources that are shrinking. And we increasingly use our tax system and our system of local government to shield the resources of our metropolitan areas behind gated communities and behind tax-protected enclaves. Every one of those square dots is a school. The red ones are more than 87% poor children. Los Angeles and its system of local government creates very, very racially and socially segregated schools. In the United States, if you're non-white and poor, 3/4 of poor non-white kids go to schools that are overwhelmingly poor children. In many of the suburbs just to the southeast of Los Angeles, you see some of the most segregated communities, and also the communities that have the lowest combined tax wealth. We create communities that say, please come here, middle-class families and businesses. We can tax you at a comparatively low rate, and we can offer you all the advantages of a metropolitan area, but few of the costs. Many of the interior suburbs, you see in a time, whether economic growth or strength, you see small tax capacities that are shrinking. Competition between communities drives further inequality. A greater and greater concentration of social need in a place that has comparatively high taxes and cannot fiscally deal with the problems. If you were to begin to share part of the growth of your sales and property tax base, 72% of the people in Los Angeles would live in municipalities that started to receive better services and lower tax rates. Most people would start to see a more stable tax structure. We live in metropolitan areas that are the wealthiest in the world. Each of these metropolitan areas is an engine that can help everyone succeed. There's no reason for this. Not only will it benefit the poorest of the poor to fix your tax system, but it'll benefit a lot of middle-class people who are living in suburbs that are in fiscal transition.
There's no more intractable problem of trying to get reform and moving the needle on taxes. A lot of the investment is coming back, so those populations that were left behind are now kind of at risk of being displaced.
Fragmenting into the black sector, the Latino sector, the white sector, it can deeply disillusion us. We can spend our lives doing noble things that get overwhelmed by a structure that's much more powerful than individual efforts can make a difference.
Mexico City or other cities among Mexico, we are facing a different realities to bring property tax from one place to other place. It's very complicated because we have a very rich areas in Mexico City, an example, that they want to increase their own public infrastructure, and they are not interested in cooperate or to have this social vision to bring those taxes to areas that they really need that.
Poverty is, and child poverty is in California, it's actually not intractable. The reality is, and the frustration is, that we do know what to do about it. There are ways to reform Prop 13 that do not impact middle-class Californians at all. The property tax right now on a piece of property with an assessed value of $4 million is $45,600 a year. This would be an additional surcharge on top of that of $3,000 a year, of which, of course, the federal government will pay 40%. This would actually be a 2-to-1 return every year.